بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه الحمد لله الأول بلا أول كان قبله والحمد لله الآخر بلا آخر يكون بعده الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المحمود الأحمد حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. عباد الله أوصيكم بتقوى الله وإطاعة أمره. قال الحكيم في كتاب الكريم من بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا بني لا تشرك بالله إن الشرك لظلم عظيم. My brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with another Jum'ah. The Jama'ah of the believers, that they come together and we share some of the understanding that we have from last week and the experiences that we earned from before, and we share it with each other for insha'Allah ta'ala a better week to come. One of the problems that we have in our life is that we understand the Quran is our guideline, but we read it and we don't know what it says. Unfortunately, many of the problems that we have today in our ummah is due to a lack of understanding. Look, Surah Luqman, when Luqman is giving the guidelines to his son, after he explains the issues of the Tawheed, and he tells him about Ya bunayya la tushrik billah inna shirka la dhulmun adhim, and then how to deal with your parents, how to do the rest of whatever you're supposed to do. Then it goes in two issues that it is with it. One is how to deal with people. First, la tamshi fil ardi maraha. Don't walk on the earth with your pride. When you are with the people, don't think that you are better than the rest of them. When you are moving together, be kind to each other. Why is it that no doubt we, as the units of all of this earth, by the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are living under His command. His command is ordering us and is giving us the orders to be kind to each other, to be nice to each other. You belong to each other. In the dictionary of Islam and the humanity, I should become always us. And no doubt, us is Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I always say I, you know that I loses us. And فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي فَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. Be a part of my righteous people, then you will enter to my paradise. With I, us will be lost. And no doubt, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not, the help of Allah is not with I. Yadullah ma'al jama'ah. The help of Allah is with the group of people when they come together. The help of people, the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only when you help others. فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي. Be a part of my servants. Then فَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. Then you will enter to my paradise. Paradise is a place of us. There is a beautiful saying that, of course, as you probably know, in Hadith, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِيَّاكَ وَمَصَادِقَةُ الْكَذَّابِ فَإِنَّهُ يُقَرِّبْ عَلَيْكَ الْبَعِيدِ وَيُبَعِّدْ عَلَيْكَ الْقَرِيبِ. Be careful to be the friend of those liars. Be careful of becoming the friend of the liars. Why is it? They make the possible for you to become impossible, and what is impossible, they pretend to you it is possible. They make you to get to the trouble areas that you are not supposed to get to a trouble area, and they tell you that, no, this is the right way to go, and then they will misguide you. As it says, يُقَرِّبْ عَلَيْكَ الْبَعِيدِ وَيُبَعِّدْ عَلَيْكَ الْقَرِيبِ. Makes the path that it is too difficult to get, it says this is easy to go. And then the easy path that you're supposed to go in the path of Allah, they make it difficult for you. I'm not talking only about the friendship of you and your neighbors, but rather a friendship of whatever that it is in our house continuously and every day. The friendship of, as soon as I get home, I want to see what is it that this TV channel is talking about. That's a bad friend. What is it? They will misguide us. They will create problem for us. They do whatever that they want us to believe and do it. Kadhab is the one that is the most liar. Allow me to explain to you in the surah of A'raf, as probably last week I mentioned some of it, but allow me to go ahead to two parts of it now. One is Surah Al-A'raf, ayah number 36, and the same surah, ayah number 40. Both of them starts with this. الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بَآيَاتِنَا وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا عَنْهَا. This is number 36. وَالَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بَآيَاتِنَا وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا عَنْهَا أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. These are the companions of the fire, and they will dwell in it forever. Who are those? كَذَّبُوا بَآيَاتِنَا. What Allah says, they will do something differently. كَذَّبُوا بَآيَاتِنَا. The ayat of the Quran is telling you that be kind to humanity, and then they will do something that it is completely against the Holy Quran. Those are the ones that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. These are the companions of the fire, will dwell in forever. This is the one that they are talking about. The second one, that imagine how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling about those that they are lying and they are continuously misguiding the people. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بَآيَاتِنَا وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا عَنْهَا لَا تُفَتَّحْ لَهُمْ أَبْوَابُ السَّمَاءِ وَلَا يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةَ حَتَّى يَلِجَ الْجَمَلَ فِي سَمِّ الْخِيَاطِ وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُجْرِمِينَ. Those liars, those that they are arrogant, those that they lie to you in order to become your boss. How do they lie come? Let us go ahead and think in our today's life. The lying that it will be developed by media first. There is a chemical weapons, there is a chemical this and that, there is a fight of Shia Sunni, there is this one that Sunni is doing that, Shia are doing that. All of these lies are coming and it is made and fabricated. And yet at the same time, they film it professionally and put it in various YouTubes, and we see it. As soon as I look at all of these lies, what happened? I become your enemy. You're my friend. We have prayed with each other. We have been friends for many, many years. But due to the lies and fabrication that it comes from the media, Shia becomes against the Sunni. Black becomes against white. Americans against the Arabs. Arabs against Asia. All of that becomes a reality. Therefore, this lie and fabrication, if they are doing, and then وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا عَنْهَا, and then earn arrogance with that. If there is no lie, then there is no such a thing as he's a big brother for us, so-called. If there is no lie, we always know that the bottom of the line is that the superpower belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what do they do to us? Make us to believe that the power of the whole earth is under the command of the few people. Due to that lie, they fall into the trap. When the trap is built for us, then what happens to us? In the day of judgment, as you read it in other part of the surah of A'raf, that they said that these are the people that they misguided me. And of course, Shaitan in the hellfire will tell us, وَلَا تَلُومُونِي وَلُومُوا أَنفُسِكُمْ لَكُمْ. Don't blame me, blame yourself. Don't blame Shaitan. Blame yourself that I became weak, that I do have the guideline in front of me, that I have the Holy Quran with me, but rather following the Holy Quran, I follow my media. I follow all of those line of the lies and fabrication. What is the reason? وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا, to become arrogant, to control your wealth, to plunder the rest of the Muslim lands wherever that they are, to plot and plan, so we will become one of those that unfortunately will become the victims of that one. So it will not, they will not enter to paradise. And the heaven, the door, the gates of the heaven will not be open for them, for these people, for these that they are liars. How long? For how long? Look at the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the example. حَتَّى يَلِجَ الْجَمَلُ فِي سَمِّ الْخَيَّاطِ, until a camel goes into the eye needle of the eye needles. You know when they put the thread into the needle, the thread has to go into the needle eye, doesn't it? How can a camel goes into that? How could that huge thing goes in it? What's the reason for that? He says, حَتَّى يَلِجَ الْجَمَلُ فِي سَمِّ الْخِيَاطِ, until the camel goes into the eye needle of the needle of the sun places. And كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُجْرِمِينَ. This is the reason for the mujrim, for those that they are misguiding the people. This is what they are going to receive. In other words, something that is impossible, which is supposed to be done, that impossible issues will become a part of the arrogance and the liars. The other part of the Holy Quran that is mentioning to us beautifully about all of this concept, it says that, you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The one that he was created and made to make our attitude to become the highest possible way. To live with each other in the best possible manners. You know that. You see how he was. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was a man that is just like you and I. Ana basharun mithlukum. What's it different then? If you are a human just like me. Yuha ilayya. The revelation comes to him. إِنَّمَا إِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. Our ilah is one. Therefore, the way that he follows it, 100%, is the man just like you and I. But look at the way that he is made. In perfect shape. A man in totality is nothing but complete and perfect. When the kuffar are bothering him, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that go ahead and guide them. إِنَّ قَوْمِي لَا يَعْلَمُ. They don't know any better. If they knew it, they wouldn't do that. Today we are doing the same thing, continuously. These people that they are really against some of the Muslims, in reality, they don't know any better. What's the reason that they are against us? They don't. If they knew it, they wouldn't do that. Many times it happens in here. This morning, in fact, when somebody comes here to complain about something else, when I introduce to him that this is what Islam is, he says, I should come more often here. I should always, the coffee is perking and the tea is hot. Anytime you're welcome to sit down, have a cup of tea or whatever that we can. We talk to each other. Our aim in this life, in this United States, each and every one of us is the ambassador of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is the matter with us? We have the Holy Quran as our guideline. And we have the people. That no doubt that you become shuhada ala nas. You become the witnesses to the whole human race. The witnesses. By what? Go ahead, tell the humanity, tell the people that what you say is not right. This is what I am. Accept it from Imam Ali alayhi salam, the way that once he was walking and people started to say something about him, against him. And he says, Ya Allah, if that is what I am, change me to what you want me to be. And if that is not what they are telling me that I am, correct them. There is a beautiful way of your own life. That either you are a terrorist or you are not. If you are a terrorist, correct yourself, which alhamdulillah we are not. If we are not, then tell them to correct themselves. When all of these lies and fabrication comes, and many of our dear brothers, that some of them are sitting here with us, when they say, what should I do? In the old time, we didn't have that problem. I said, yeah, they weren't showing it to us. In the old time, they were hiddenly, through some media, some means and way, they were dividing our ummah from each other. But we didn't know it. Today, now we know it, that that is what we are doing. And alhamdulillah, we have achieved that concept that we start thinking without knowing that something is happening to my family, my friends, and they're against me, and I don't know why. Today we know it, and that is a blessing. And alhamdulillah that our ummah is becoming really aware every day, and every day better than before, and they know the problem is not our ummah. The difficulty is not coming from you to I, from me to you. But it is from outsiders that they develop kezb, they develop all the lies and fabrications, and then they create divisions among our ummah. And you know it. The truth will remain a truth, even if the whole human race rejects it. And the falsehood will remain falsehood and lie, even if everybody believes it. We stick with the truth, which is the Holy Quran. We stay with the path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we know that he is our role model. When he tells us what to do, we will move into that direction, inshallah ta'ala. But we have to watch out that every time when we read the Quran, understand the Quran, then act upon the Quran. Don't let your children, don't let your family, when you go in the house, they turn the radio, the TV on, as it is really giving a lot of fabrications, a lot of lies. When all of that comes to us, it messes up my day. I worry about that. Why somebody comes, you probably have seen these things anyway in YouTube. So many of you, of course, you bear witness to all of these issues. This is the truck driver, as he was going, he was stopped on the border to Lebanon. Then he said, what's your name? Give me your driver license. Oh, your name is Hussein? Get out. You're a Shia, aren't you? Said, by the other ones. You probably have seen these things. They are filming it and they are putting it into YouTube. For what reason? To introduce that Islam, whether they are this part or that part, neither one of them are good. And that is what the kuffar are going to think about that. As soon as he says, put them down in there, turn your back to the other, and then he puts all, the gun all and kill them all. Now, with the same idea, they go ahead and develop another film. Are you Sunni? Curse the Khulafa, curse this, do that, and that. And they put in the same thing too. All of that is made to make the Islam ugly. The enemies of Allah are not neither Shi'is nor Sunnis. They are against humanity. And watch out, my dear brothers and sisters. Watch out. A day that I heard from a great scholar that it comes. 35 years ago I heard from him. He says, a day shall come that those that are enemies of Islam, they won't care whether you are a Shi'i or Sunni. Once they kill the Shi'is, they destroy the Sunnis too. And today that is what they are doing. And they're putting it in YouTube. So the people see it. Finally he says, the guy that shot the other one and killed him, he was Sunni. Oh, he was? I hate it. No, remember the other one that did like that was Shi'i. Oh, he was? I hate it too. So what would happen finally? The Quran will be put away from us. The path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will become something that it is no desire for that. And all of that is the plots and the schemes of those that they want to go ahead and have the arrogance, the istighfar in our community and in our ummah. May Allah inshallah give us the wisdom. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to know that the Quran says it, stay with it. ادعوا الله سبحانه وتعالى وإن شاء الله أنتم يوقنون بالإجابة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه. الحمد لله القاسم الجبارين مدير الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين ماضي حاجات الطالبين معتمد المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترد السماء وسكانها وترجف الأرض وعمارها وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراتها. والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا على عبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المحمود الأحمد حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين وتسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين عليهم السلام. اللهم عجل في فرج مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان. Brothers and sisters, there is a creation of us that it is the khilqa of us and the khulq of us. My creation is called khilqa, which is called husnul khalq fil badan. The good looking individual is on my body. This is a khalq, this is a creation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With the same idea, khulq, which is my attitude, comes from within me. Don't look at me with my face. Say this guy is going to have a beard and he's a good guy. No, that is a khalqa. See what is internally with me. Husnul khulq fil nafs. It is my desire that makes me good or bad, not my face, not my appearance. My appearance and my face, the way that it was made, I have no choice on it. But my khulq, control of my nafs, I have a choice for it. Controlling me against all of the odds and evil that it comes to me and not to let it come, that is my khulq. That is my attitude. And I hope each and every one of us that we come here on Jummah, including this humble brother of yours, that it is here, advise us to the good deed. Tell us what is good for us, and tell us what is it that you can elevate us to a better life. We belong to each other. We are one unit, one ummah. You see it. إِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. And he says, وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَأَعْبُدُونِ. We are one nation. Follow him. Be with him. Or the other part of the Quran, إِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاتَّقُونِ. That is, that we are one nation based on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the tarbiyah. Your tarbiyah, your bringing up, your living is by him. Today, alhamdulillah, the weather is sort of comfortable for you. Yesterday was probably, or the day before, was so hot. He is the tarbi, he is the murabbi of the whole creation. He is the one that he gives me the guideline. Follow his path. If you follow his path, then we don't have any problem. When the Holy Quran very clearly says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا تَتَّخِذُوا الْيَهُودَ وَالنَّصَارَى أَوْلِيَاءَ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. Don't take the Jews and the Christians your superiority. I'm not saying astiqa, I'm saying awliya. All of you that you have heard that before, there is a big difference between awliya and astiqa. Awliya is to be superior on your Islamic issues. Superior to tell you how your government should be. Superior to you to say, I'm going to take over that country, I'm going to Afghanistan. For what reason? To bring so-called justice over there. I'm going to Pakistan, drone attack, to get rid of this and that and that one. If you follow them, you will become like them, as Quran says. Don't keep them as your superiority. They are not. They have no right to be in our Quran. Our Quran has its own guidelines. The democracy is in the Quran. The beautiful living together is in the Quran. Then at the same time, in order for us not to fall into the traps that they set for us, please go ahead and listen to this one. إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. When a fasiq, when an unjust individual is bringing you a news, is telling me that, listen, your friend that I saw that you were with, the Muslim brother or sister, he was or she was. Don't listen, don't accept it unless you come to that reality and you know he said it and you saw it by your eye. Because what do they want to do? Su'an bi-jahalati. They want to create some dispute amongst us. And all of the media, you know probably, we can't get into those areas anyway. When they are reporting, they're reporting to their benefit of the bosses. Very simple issue. In this condo association, my dear brother, when they want to go ahead and make decision, the guy that it is being paid by them, he listens to them, not to listen to the majority of us. And so they have to listen to their boss. And who is their boss? The one that is paying them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us against all of the problem and difficulties that we are facing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the wisdom that اتقوا فراسة المؤمن فإنه ينظر بنور الله عز وجل. May Allah make us a mu'min, so when we see the things, we see with the good intellect of the Holy Quran rather than with our own eyes of the head. May Allah bless us and help us to see the path that it is right to stick with it. May Allah bless us to recognize the shaitan and the wrong path, to stay away from it. Ya Rabbi, Ya Allah. إنا نشكو إليك فضل نبينا وغيبة ولينا وكثرة عدونا وقلة عددنا وشدة الفتن بنا وتدور الزمان علينا. Ya Rabbi, Ya Allah. We complain to you today that our Rasul is not among us. Imam is an absentia. Our enemies are a lot, and our friends are a few. Bless us and help us to achieve victory against them, inshallah. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله.